The Russo brothers are back with their new action film. Oh, it did not let down. Let's jump into my review of the new film, The Gray Man. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel today for another review, and today we're going to be reviewing the film The Gray Man, which is available in theaters now, and then you can check it out on Netflix July 22nd. Yeah, folks, we're back here for the Russo brothers' new action film, and I had a lot of fun with this film. This is one of those films, you know, you could categorize it as a popcorn film, a very high action-packed film, all the stunts, all the bells and whistles. I mean, you know what the Russo brothers brings, and they did not let down. Once again, bringing you a new film from their AGBO producing or, you know, studio company of theirs. So, you know, and yeah, you know, whenever they put out a film, they love to do a tangent with one of their Avengers. So this film stars Chris Evans alongside of Ryan Gosling. And I gotta say, the cast alone is stacked, but just focusing on the two of them, oh, they're great. They're great. We'll talk more about them in a second. First thing that jumps out to me with this film is the colors. I thought just the visuals were very vivid and very eye-catching, especially the opening scene. Super impressive, you know? Second thing I will say is Michael Bay. Not with the explosions, but if you've seen Michael Bay's previous film, latest film in Ambulance, one thing that he was very heavy on in that film was drone shots, and this one did too. I gotta say, I think drones is the future of action cinema, like for real. There was a lot of drone shots in this, and they were really cool. But yeah, talking about this film, Ryan Gosling plays the character Six. Six is one of the CIA's most skilled operatives, and he is sent on a mission that he doesn't have much information about. But because he's kind of in a situation where, like, hey, you know, either you do this for them or we're going to lock you away for a long time, etc., along with some other stuff, he decides to do it because it's what he does. It's his bread and butter. But much like anything in terms of the government, he only knows half the story, half the truth, and half what he's getting involved into. And upon his first mission, he learns out that there's a big web of secrets that he may be involved with. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff that kind of compiles into this. So we'll get into it as we go more and more down my review here. Now, listen, the moment you found out that Chris Evans was playing a bad guy, a villain in this film, I couldn't help but to wait and very much anticipate that first encounter between Ryan and Chris's character. Because I knew it was going to be something. Chris plays this character Lloyd, we'll talk about in a second, but I could not wait because I knew it was going to be worth every bit of watching this film. The film was about 2 hours. It's action-packed nonstop. Let's make it clear. But I could not wait until that first encounter because I knew it was going to be epic, and it was. On that note, the choreography was really good. The hand-to-hand combat, the gunfights, the stunts, all of that. There was a really cool scene that was on the plane. Felt like fresh out of a video game. But that's perfect for this genre, by the way. And then there was another scene, pretty short, but it was a flashlight fight scene, which I thought was shot really cool. But yeah, again, focusing on Ryan Gosling's character Six, working for the FBI. Of course, he only knows half the story, half the mission, half the truth. And with that, this film kind of is blanketed around the theme of honor, which plays a lot into the decision making of a lot of our characters here. Denny Carmichael is the CIA guy. I'm saying FBI, CIA. Denny Carmichael is the CIA guy who is pulling all the strings here. He's the one that sends Six on his mission and, you know, dictating everything that's happening. But much like the CIA, they're going to get their target by any means necessary. Six is in this program called Sierra. Sierra is, again, with him being the sixth member of it, are basically the most skilled people to go out there, you know, and do what they got to do. You know, we've seen this story many times over. But the Sierra program is what Six is a part. But Denny elicits the services of the last member of the Sierra program to go get their target because the CIA couldn't do it. But after he kills this target, you know, he's given something. And when he's given that, he doesn't know what it means, but he do know that Denny wants this back ASAP. You know, this is compromising information. And now with him kind of being in the middle of things, you know, getting this intel and instructions, and then with Denny and his other areas saying, hey, we need this back, he's now on the run. And because now he doesn't know who to trust. He's caught in the middle and he's just on the run all over the world, not knowing who to trust, but trying to figure out what is this information that he's given. What is it? Why is it so important to Denny? And again, it's compromising information. So what could it be used for? Now, that's when now the CIA says, okay, cool. We don't know how to get this guy. This is where they now utilize the services of Lloyd. Lloyd now is a person who literally will stop at nothing to get his target. Collateral damage and all. He does not care. He's going to get his person. And with Six, you know, going back to his old CIS and Fitz, you know, who created the program of Sierra, you know, he starts to provide more information to him and having him understand everything that's kind of going on. And now Fitz is obviously a target too, because they all know that that's got to be his only contact that's available here. Now, Fitz is basically, I'm sorry, Six is basically Fitz's gray man. And he, you know, with that trust, that relationship and everything that Fitz has provided for him throughout his life, he also has a strong bond for Fitz's daughter, Claire, which in this case, he does everything to protect this girl. So, you know, there's a lot of different moving parts that's going on here. And I guess the easiest way to sum it up is that here's what happened. Six goes after a mission. He gets an item. The CIA wants it back. They send Lloyd, played by Chris Evans, to go get it back. And it's a cat and mouse game the entire time. So yeah, this is one of those spy espionage thrillers that's taking you all over the world. The action got better and better, really never lets up. And it's a totally epic nonstop action adventure. That's the easiest way to kind of describe it here. A game of cat and mouse is all involved in that. Now, there's also a lot of other little tidbits and funny moments in this film. Like Chris Evans calls Ryan Gosling, he says, and I quote, an extra $10 million on who puts a bullet in Ken Doll's brain. Funny because Ryan Gosling is going to be playing Ken in the Barbie movie next year. So I was like, wow, little hidden gem there. I liked it. And there was a lot of other little running jokes going on here. But I got to say, like, you know, there's moments after moments after moments. It's really hard to kind of pick your favorite moment of the film, because when you get one, then another one happens, and that's kind of how I felt. But I think I kind of stick with the plane scene. That was like really, really epic. But there was a lot of good moments in this film, and I think that Chris did a phenomenal job, especially in this dialogue. I mean, yeah, you get all the action stuff, but like this dialogue, I think it was really good. You can tell he had a lot of fun with this. And then you mix that with Ryan Gosling's sarcasm. I mean, it worked really well. And obviously, you know, everyone's comfortable with the Russos, and the Russos are comfortable with their ex-Avenger members. So, like, at this end of the day, this was like a very good mesh of talent, cast, script, action. Everything really came together. And again, this is what you expect with the Russos. I'm just a huge fan of theirs, and anything they put out has always been pretty solid. And even if it's not the best movie, it's always entertaining and enjoyable. So that's for sure. But this is overall is a good movie, production up and down. You will have a good time. And I also got to give a shout out to Billy Bob Thornton that's in this film. I was like, wow, I haven't seen this guy in a while. So pretty cool to see him in the film as well too. So, you know, Ryan Gosling in The Gray Man alongside of Chris Evans, who is just a psychopath of a villain in this. It was a really, really good time. So check it out. If you can check it out in the theaters, I highly suggest. But if not, you can check it out on Netflix July 22nd. Folks, jump in the comments, let me know your thoughts, your excitement, and everything about this film. And as always, stay tuned for more reviews very soon.
Big gold bell.